Morning everybody, hope everybody's doing well. And this is another training day, training for the 3 Peak Ultra. I don't know if you've seen any of my other socials, my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. But my plan is to climb 3 highest mountains in Scotland, England and Wales in 48 hours. That is the plan anyway. And my lasses along for the journey of the day. So I've parked my car in a little car park just behind where we've just actually been walking past, just so you can get some gauge on where we are. There's a little car park when you just come into the village itself on the right hand side. So I've climbed this in the past with my children many years ago when they were teenagers. And my lass has already done this a couple of years ago as well. So she's along for the journey to train for Morocco as well. She's off to Morocco with the girls to climb the second highest mountain in North Africa actually. So this is the actual start here. Anybody that's ever climbed it before knows it's a straight up start. There's no leisurely walk into it, get yourself warmed up. It's just straight on up. Unfortunately, my watch on the day wasn't working correctly. Well, you'll find out why, because it just stops halfway up the mountain. It was a lush day, was really windy as we got up. It looks like it would be warm, but it's not. There's a lush look back over Ullswater itself. From this section on, it takes you up to Birkhouse Moor, which is right at the top, which is the little flat section that you come to before you do Striding Edge. I should have had some footage from here on in with me Insta360, but for some reason I have no luck with GoPros or any sort of cameras like that. I really just don't. For some reason it's broke, but I've been told by my friend that it's actually the battery in it. So this is where my battery on my watch decided to just give up at this point as well. Luckily my lass's watch was still going, so we managed to clock about 7 mile, 8 mile I think it was on Strava. So as we got up to Striding Edge itself, we decided to go on the lower path for Striding Edge. My lass didn't feel too good going up top. Like I say, it does look a beautiful day. It was, but the wind was starting to whip up at this point. And I would have had footage going along Striding Edge here, but like I say, my Insta just didn't want to work. Which is an absolute shame, because I should have had some really good footage. So this is the last little section here. There's a little bit of a climb to the top. There's the red tarn there in the background, and the view to the rest of Striding Edge, which would just come along. Here's my last mating to the top. There was a few swear words here, man. She wasn't that happy on Striding Edge itself, like I say, because of the wind. But she made it in any case, which is the main thing. So there was a lot of people at the top. It's very popular, the Lake District now, especially Helvellyn, and especially some of the bigger ones, most popular ones. There we are at the top. So we decided to make a bit of a day of it. Like I say, my lass is going to Morocco. I've got the 3 Peaks. So we decided that we'd have a little wander over to go to Whiteside, which is another Wainwright, which is just beside Helvellyn, obviously. It isn't too far. It's about a mile or so away. Here's my last practicing with the sticks again for Morocco. So at this point we decided to make our way back down. At this point I'm sure we're on about 4 miles-ish. So this is us making our way back down. I think this is Squirrel's Edge, which is the other way you can actually get up to Helvellyn itself if you decide that you don't want to do Striding Edge. Here it is again. You can see it much better from there. I think, is that not called Cat's Cam or something? That little mountain, I think that's another little Wainwright, which I haven't done. My last popping up again. So this is us basically at the end. You go down a little path here, and then it brings you back down to the village. At this point, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Can you like, subscribe, follow? Would really help us to make some more content. So this is us. Anyway, made it the Traveller's Rest. Decided to have a couple of pints. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.